Continuing the discussion now is our political panel. Antoine Seawright is a Democratic strategist, and Alexandra Smith is the executive director of the Majority Rising Political Action Committee. Thanks, guys. I'm so glad to have you with us. Antoine, I want to ask you first. So Republicans are accusing Democrats of holding the government hostage over illegal immigrants' rights to be in this country. What's your response to that?
Well, my response is we started this conversation during the course of the campaign that the president promised that Mexico was going to pay for this wall. Now he's saying they're going to reimburse us. $18 billion he's asking the Congress for. Maybe my memory is falling short, but I think it was the Democrats along with some Republicans just in the last administration that tried to move towards a real bipartisan immigration bill that will be very comprehensive. And I think that's what we have to do going forward. We can't piecemeal any type of immigration proposal because we're going to be back at this place over and over and time again. I think we need a very bipartisan approach to a real comprehensive immigration bill.
All right, Alexandra, the president was all over this in the press conference he gave just moments ago. We've got a soundbite from him where he talks about the wall and DACA. Take a listen.
So we want the wall. The wall's going to happen or we're not going to have DACA. We want to get rid of chain migration. Very important. And we want to get rid of the lottery system. We want DACA to happen. Everybody, I think I can speak for everybody. We want John Cornyn from Texas. We all want DACA to happen. But we also want great security for our country.
So the president says we all want DACA to happen. Clearly, some folks on the Hill more than others. What's your take on that?
Look, I agree that our immigration system is broken. It's broken in terms of the security and allowing illegal immigrants to cross into this country with impunity. It's broken for the people who want to be here and find it very difficult to get in. So I agree that we need a comprehensive solution. On the other hand,
But what about DACA in particular? What about the Dreamers in particular?
So we do have two looming deadlines. We have number one, we have a government funding deadline coming up later this month, and we also have the president's extension of DACA ending in early March. So these are two things we have to contend with, and we need to find solutions for these issues right now. I think with DACA, this is an interesting place that the president is in because, this is an issue that enjoys wide support of the American people, while at the same time enjoying the support of Americans who think that the border security should be increased. The president's primary duty is to protect this country.
Border security should not mean doesn't necessarily mean building a wall, by the way.
Well, okay, to push back on you, Antoine, the wall was one of the president's core campaign platform issues here. The people have voted, the American people have voted ostensibly in favor of the wall.
Well,
so regardless of where members of Congress stand right now, this is the president's prerogative at this point. We can argue about funding and clearly it is far from clear who is going to foot the bill for this. People seem to be pushing it around like a hot potato.
Right, and so the American people were fooled that Mexico was going to pay for this wall, and maybe that's why perhaps so many people voted for Trump. But here's the deal: we need to find a way, in a bipartisan way, to take care of those 800,000 plus Dreamers who are in this country by no fault of their own, who are hardworking people just trying to do the best they can with what they have. We need a real comprehensive immigration bill that will not just put patches on the immigration system, but provide a long-term fix. And I think it's up to the Republican
I don't want to
Congress
speak
to do
for
that.
you, Alexandra, but it sounds like you guys are inching a little closer on this when we start talking about comprehensive solutions for both issues. The president said, he reiterated again today, that he wants both of these to be in the same piece of legislation. You think that's going to happen?
Look, I think that the wind is at the president's back on this because both of those items enjoy widespread support among the American people, including independents. So, with DACA, we know that the American people don't want to force children who are here through no fault of their own to leave the country. That's a major tenet of our Western legal system, that we don't punish people for the offenses of their parents. On the other hand, it's not unreasonable for the American people and for the president to insist on greater border security. And I think that liberals overplay their hand when they underestimate how much that is
greater border security.
Alexandra, Anton, thank you guys for being with us. We've got to leave it there, but this debate will rage on far into the future. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Leland?
Well, something we can all agree on.